Hello, everybody. Guess it's Friday morning, 11:30. I'm up on top of Clearfield Mountain. I'm working my way through my chores and probably over the nursing home later. I wanted to thank everybody for all the prayers, thoughts and prayers for my mom. You know, she's not long for this world. I was there yesterday for, I don't know, 5 hours or so. And I talked to the nursing blop. When I went in, she's on hospice. It has been for a while, but they have girls go in there and stay with her. I don't know, there's 3 or 4 different girls, I guess, nurses, and there was a social worker. When I went in yesterday, there was a social worker there. They said they'd go in and sit with her for about an hour or so, different times. So then the social worker left, and then a nurse came in, and she sat with us for about an hour or so. She took my mother's oxygen. It was 70, and that nurse said she doesn't know what's keeping her here, but she's a fighting woman, I guess. So I guess I'll probably go later. The chances of me or my brother being there at that crucial time is about 1 in a million, I guess, but it'd be, I'd like to be, but I'm not counting on it. Anyway, I'm up on Clearfield Mountain. I thought I'd take the long way to Dubois and come up through Rockton to see if the Mount Laurel was out yet. I thought it would be. I'm just sitting here at the entrance to Dubeck Road, so I haven't really gotten up where the Mount Laurel is yet, but when I left the house, it was pouring down rain. I mean, pouring down rain. Now up here on the mountain, the sun was out, or at least it was, for about 10 minutes, and now it looks like it's clouding up again. We don't need any more rain, but we didn't have any flooding yet that I know of. So I'm just going to take a ride out here. If the Mount Laurel's in bloom, I'll turn the camera on. But if not, it should be, I think. Or is it the 1st of June? Somebody tell me, because I thought it would be out by now. All the rhododendrons and stuff are in bloom. I thought the Mount Laurel would be too. I think they're kind of the same species. But anyway, maybe all the rain has something to do with it too. Maybe get some sunshine and they'll come out. See, right now the sun's out nice. It's only 48 degrees, almost the end of May, and it's 48 degrees. That's kind of unusual, I think, but I'm not just going by memory. Seems like it should be warmer this time of year. Anyway, I told Stewie I got to go to the dollar store and get AOC and Bernie some food. I'm almost out of food. I've been putting, if you watch my short, you'll know about already, but I've been putting 2 bowls of food out so they don't fight, so Bernie can have a dish and AOC can have a dish and they won't fight. AOC's took up residence on my chair out on the porch. Every time I look out, she's out there laying in my chair. And I went out to get in the van, and Bernie come running out from underneath my van. And then she ran under the shed, so she must be living under the shed. Sometime today or this weekend, I'm going to take a couple old rugs out and throw them in the garage. Maybe she can make a bed. I should have done that a long time ago, but I didn't. Anyway. They look good, though, Bernie and Stewie. They're both nice, shiny coats, and they look healthy. I wish I could bring them in the house, but not with Stewie around. Stewie wouldn't like that. So what I got going today is just going to get them some food at the Dollar General and a couple other piddly little things. And probably go over to the nursing home then. to see what's up. So, as I said, thank you all. I appreciate it. We really appreciate all the thoughts and prayers. I was surprised I didn't see any relatives or anything there yesterday, but she's being well watched over with all the nurses and stuff. When I was there yesterday, she was pretty much out of it. She barely opened her eyes at all. She was tensed up a lot. And that nurse told me again what that was, that she throws fits, terminal agitation or something like that. Maybe one of you know what I'm talking about. So they gave her some Ativan while I was there yesterday and pretty much put her to sleep. She slept the last couple hours I was there. And I just sat. I brought my iPad, so I was watching Alfred Hitchcock, and I brought a bag of popcorn with me. Anyway, yeah, boy, it's getting dark over that way. Over that way, it's dark. And over here, it's dark. Terrible rain. The Beatles had it wrong. The Beatles wrote a song, Here Comes the Sun. It should be Here Comes the Rain. Anyway, if the Mountain Laurel's out, I'll bring you back. I'm up here in Bigfoot country, so I might have the camera ready for... I got my this camera with me in case I see a Bigfoot. This has autofocus, so, well, so does my phone. So if I see a Bigfoot, it should be a nice clear picture, not one of them blurry ones, you know. So I get a clear picture of Bigfoot, and then I'll be famous. I'll be on the page of all the tabloids. Penfield man spots Bigfoot. Okie dokie, I'll be back. Probably. Well, heck, it's so beautiful. With the sun shining through the trees, I thought I'll bring you back. That way we'll see Bigfoot crossing the road up here, maybe. I don't see any mountain laurel. We're not into the heavy mountain laurel yet. A little further up the road here. I don't know exactly. The more I think about it, I think now maybe it's like the 1st of June. But we're awful darn close there, so I think it is like the first week of June. I mentioned before this restaurant up here. It used to be called Mitch's, then it was called Over the Mountain. But when it was Mitch's, he was famous for his pot pies. A little restaurant they have there. In the springtime like this, it was a popular touristy attraction because of the mountain laurel. I'll bet, Paul, I know you remember that, don't you, Paul? You lived in Rockton, so you knowed N-O-D-E, you knowed about that. There's some ostrich fern. I don't see no fiddleheads yet. Well, yeah, those have. Let's see here. Fiddleheads. I think, yeah, there's some fiddleheads. I'm not sure about that either. There's some there. Could pick a bunch of those. Those are like asparagus, kind of. Flavored, sort of. Kind of, sort of. They're good eating, though. Healthier than anything you can buy in a store. There's a spot up here where there's... If there's a spot up here where there's a bunch... My phone keeps going off. It's the same message. FedEx delivery. And my doctor's office for my prescription being ready. I forgot this was Memorial Day weekend. Well, I didn't really forget, but when the pharmacist told me the other day of check Monday, somebody reminded me in the comments Monday is Memorial Day, so, but I guess my prescriptions are ready today. I'll have to pick them up if I get back in time. They close at 5, I think. So what a weird day. The sun is out, and then let's see here if there's any fiddleheads you can see. Yeah, a little bit. I can't, oh, wait a minute. See right at the top of those ferns, there's little things that look like the end of a fiddle, you know, curly Q things. Maybe you can't see it too good there, but anyway, that's fiddleheads. See, that sky is dark that way. The wind is bad up here too today. I hate wind. But here's the Mountain Laurel up in here, and I don't see any. I know I'm on the wrong side of the road. We'll pretend we're in the UK, driving on the wrong side of the road here, but I wanted to see this. Mountain Laurel is on the other side. I don't see even any blooms. You know, one time I was up here walking years ago when I used to hike all the time, and I found an orchid up here growing out in the middle of nowhere. Just one orchid. But anyway, no flowers in bloom. Or I mean, no mountain laurel in bloom. So let's go out the main highway here and go down the road a ways and see. We didn't see Bigfoot either. Not done yet though. He might be up here somewhere. Still 48 degrees. It's not very nice for May, end of May. Put the window up. I still didn't get my microphones working. What a pain in the rear these microphones are. I have 2 sets. One set works good all the time. One set's a pain in the rear. They work good when they're working, but all you have to do is bump the wrong button, and then you got a nightmare trying to get them to reset again. There's some nice little yellow flowers back there. I don't know what they were. But the mountain laurel's not in bloom yet. Not a bit. Not even a bit. Lots of May apples down there. Alright, well, I'll be back again if there's anything good. This weather's crazy. Look at the clouds coming in. It's cold too. The wind is ice cold. It's 54 now, but that wind is ice cold. It sprinkles for a while, and then it quits, and then it sprinkles. But that cloud up ahead don't look good, does it? Oh well. Another day in Pennsylvania, I guess. Stay frosty, everybody. Dale out.